Hello, I'm Akash. I completed my BTech from NIT Rourkela in the year 2020. Currently, I'm a mathematics teacher. And for your knowledge, I also gave these intermediate board exams in the year 2014 to 2016. Now, let's see the intermediate board results for the year 2022 and have some basic analysis on it. Now, first of all, the overall analysis. Uh, we are going to consider the intermediate first year and second year students. The number of students who gave the exam. This is basically the total intermediate board. How many? The number of students who appeared for the intermediate board are 9,28,262 students, and out of them, how many are passed? 5,90,307. Is this number good or bad? Now let's see with the help of percentage. The pass percentage is 63.6%. Okay, some of you might think, what is this pass percent? I'll make it easy for you. I'm a maths teacher. For every 100 students who gave the intermediate board exam, let it be any stream, MPC, MEC, commerce, any stream. For every 100 students who gave the intermediate board exam, 64 of them passed, around 64 of them passed, and 36 of them, around 36 of them failed. This is the from the overall perspective from the higher end. If I'll see the entire state, this is the situation for the entire state. Now next, now let's go into a bit of deeper analysis. Let's analyze the intermediate first year. Now the number of students who gave the intermediate board exam in intermediate first year are 4,64,890, and the number of students who passed are 2,94,370. The pass percentage is 63.32%. Now, what does this mean? Out of every 100 students who wrote their board exams from intermediate first year, only 63 of them passed. That means that 37 of them failed out of every 100 students. I'll give you a basic scenario. Like, let's say a college has like 1,000 students. If we apply this analysis there in general, although it's not true for every college, in general, for your understanding, okay, that means that 63 into 10, that means out of if a college has 1,000 students in intermediate first year, if the pass percentage is 63%, okay, around 63%, then 630 students are passed and 370 students have failed. Okay, now let's go ahead. Now a bit more deeper analysis. This was a total intermediate first year. Let us analyze the performance of boys and girls. Okay, first let's take the performance of intermediate first year girls. So the number of students who gave exam are 2,33,210, and the number of students who passed are 1,68,690. The pass percentage is 72.33%. Now again, what does this mean? For every 100 girls, like 100 intermediate first year girls who gave the board exams, out of them around 72 of them passed and 28 of them failed out of every 100 students. Okay, yeah, you can see the below statistics, like number of students of field is this, and the number of the fail percentage is around 28%. Just approximated it a little. Next, let's analyze the performance of intermediate first year boys. The number of boys who gave exam is 2,31,680, and the number of boys who are passed is 1,25,686. The pass percentage is 54.2%. Now, what does this mean? This is actually the lowest percentage in the entire results. Like, as I went through, the intermediate first year boys result is relatively poor. We will analyze intermediate second year boys and intermediate second year girls also ahead. But what does this 54.2%? This means that out of every 100 students, out of every 100 intermediate first year boys who gave their board exam, out of them, only 54 of them passed. This means that 46 of them failed. Now let's take a college which has 1,000 boys. It has 1,000 intermediate first year boys. Okay. In that college, if we apply this analysis there in that college, around 540 of them passed the exam and 460 of them failed. So what does this mean? This means that if you are a intermediate first year student who is watching the video, please hear my words. Please do well in your exams. Please study nicely. Okay, please study nicely. Although, see, in intermediate, the situation is that most of the questions will come from the textbook. Most of the questions will come from the textbook. Like in some of the boards, the questions won't come directly from the textbook. They will give it. They will give new numbers. They will change it a little. But in our Telangana State Board examination, questions come as it is. So if you just practice them and go, that should be sufficient for you to get a decent. Now, one more thing, one more point I want to put forward here is, see, this fail percentage is around 46%. This means that for every 100 students, like 46 students have failed. Now, this 46 students failed in at least one of the exams. Failed in at least one of the exams. That means that, some of them could have failed in one exam only, some of them could have failed in two exams, some of them could have failed in three exams, or some of them could have failed in all six exams. This is also a possibility. Those details are not made public, but I'm just shedding light what is the actual scenario in this in the performance of intermediate first year boys. I'm just speaking based on the statistics which is given by the intermediate board. Next, let's go into intermediate second year. The number of students who gave the exam is 4,63,370. Number of students who passed is 2,95,949. The pass percentage is 67.82%. Again, what does this mean? This means that around 68 the pass percentage is close to 60. This means that for every 100 students from intermediate second year who gave their board exams, for every 100 students, 68 of them passed, 32 of them failed. Okay, 68 of them passed and 32 of them failed. And again, like the fail percentage is 32.18%, like as I mentioned. Out of every 100 students, around 32 are failed. Again, please remember the point, the 32 could have failed in one exam, two exams, three, or all the six exams. I'm just giving an analysis here and a little bit of my comments. Next, let's see the performance of intermediate second year girls. Fine. The number of students who gave exam is 2,16,389, and the number of students who passed is 1,64,172. The pass percentage is fairly good. This is the highest pass percentage amongst all the percentages. Like the intermediate first year goals, pass percentage was 72.33% around. Now this is around 75.86%. It's coming around 76%. This is the highest pass percentage in a particular category so far I've discussed. Again, what does this mean? This means that for every 100 intermediate second year girls who have given their board exams, around 76 of them passed and 24 of them failed. Okay, that's why the fail percentage is 24.14%. Next, go ahead. The intermediate second year boys, if you see their performance, the number of students who gave the exam is 2,19,981, and the number of students who passed is 1,31,778. Pass percentage is 60%. Okay. Now, what does this mean? Again, a bit of analysis. For every 100 intermediate second year boys who gave their board exams, okay, 60 of them passed the exam, whereas 40 of them failed the exam. Okay. That's why the fail percentage is around 40%. So this was a bit of analysis and some of my views. If you have watched this video till here, you could be an intermediate first year student or an intermediate second year student, or could be the parent of a student who is studying in their intermediate board. Fine. So my only suggestion is that please prepare well for the exams. Please don't take the exams lightly. The statistics themselves speak that the especially boys, please study a bit nicely. As you can see, the intermediate boys, the first year pass percentage was like around 54%, and here it is around 60%. So Please study nicely. Girls, you can also improve your percentage from where you are. You can improve the pass percentage, study a bit more nicely. Again, I did not take into account the supplementary, like the number of students who give supplementary and what is the pass percentage there. That all I have not included in this analysis. The purpose of this video was to shed some light upon how how many students are giving exam and how many are clearing it and how many of them are doing passing the exam. Only this much I have considered. Other categories were also there. How many of them got A grade? How many of them got B grade? Like those all categories I did not consider in my analysis. You can find them if you just Google it. You will get. My purpose was to make all of you aware that you see these exams are tough. Like intermediate, our Telangana board mathematics is seriously good. Trust me, it is seriously good. The level of the standard of questions is seriously good. So if you study well, this would naturally help you in your higher grades as well. If you take a BTech or any other stream related to mathematics, it's really good. Physics and chemistry, it is similar to like CBSE board only, but mathematics is very unique for our Telangana board. So fine. Once again, if you are the parent of any student who is listening, who is still with me, so please make sure that your child studies nicely. I've put the statistics in front of you and I've explained some scenarios as well, taking a college with 1,000 students. I've explained. So please make sure that your child does not come into one of those who could fail the exam. Please make sure that your child studies nicely. And one last message. Uh, I also teach on YouTube. I specifically teach intermediate board mathematics. So if you need help, you can take help from my videos. I regularly post solutions for various questions from the intermediate textbook, IP textbook. Fine. Thank you very much once again. This is Akash. I completed my BTech from NIT Rourkela in the year 2020. And currently, I'm a mathematics teacher. Thank you for hearing this video up till now. You can put down your comments about what is their performance and any other insights you feel you have derived from this video. I would be very glad to read them. Thank you very much.